Global population growth hits the lowest rate since 1950, a UN report has found. The global population grew by less than 1% a year for the first time since the aftermath of the Second World War in 2020 and 2021, with Europe's total population actually falling during the coronavirus pandemic. The populations of 61 countries, mainly the developed world, are forecast to decrease by at least 1% between 2022 and 2050, and the associated low fertility rates will also combine with better healthcare to accelerate the aging of societies. However, the rising proportion of older people in many countries is predicted to hit the economic growth and public finances and is already posing growing political challenges. Europe's population shrank by 744,000 in 2020 and by 1.4 million last year, the largest fall of any continent since the records began in 1950. However, the pandemic is not the main factor, said John Wilmoth, the director of the Population Division of the UN's Economic and Social Affairs Department. The fertility rate has been quite low in almost all European countries for many decades, and that means there aren't lots of young people, he said. The size of the nation's population affects everything, from the size of the labour force, how much taxes a government can collect, and the size of one's army. These demographic trends will have a significant political impact going forward. Russia stopped pumping gas through the Nord Stream 1 pipeline to Germany in order to carry out scheduled repairs which are set to last until July 21. Russia had already significantly reduced deliveries, claiming it was due to the delayed return from Canada of a turbine. Ukraine has already shut down its pipeline system due to Russian attacks, so the German Nord Stream pipeline remains the only viable pipeline sending energy to Europe. It was also the sole pipeline bringing energy to Germany, who depends upon Russia for energy. With energy prices going through the roof and deliveries in decline, carrying out maintenance work at such a critical time would indicate Russia is trying to blackmail Germany into leaving the Western coalition set up against it due to its invasion of Ukraine. The first meeting of the heads of state and government of India, Israel, the US and the UAE, dubbed the West Asian Quad, took place, and plans to wield influence over the vital maritime routes that link the Indian Ocean with the Eastern Mediterranean via the Red Sea. The meeting saw discussions of a joint venture partnership on storage facilities for energy from renewables and another on the establishment of food corridors. The new grouping also includes Israel and the UAE, who see the grouping as a coming together of like-minded countries that can thwart Iran, their common enemy. The countries want to establish their regional hegemony, even as Iran tries to expand its orbit of influence. The US wants the new Quad alliance to be a safeguard against China and also keep combative Iran under check. India becomes an important partner in the grouping as the US seeks to establish New Delhi more firmly as an alternative pole in the Indian Ocean region.